Welcome to part 2 of the ESTeem Network Suite training course, where we'll have an overview of the software and how it simplifies the programming of the Horizon radios. The primary purpose for the ESTeem networking software is to provide an alternate method of programming the Horizon series radios. Traditionally, the radios are programmed through the radio's web interface, which is a fairly simple process where you go into Setup, select your mode of operation, and then by a series of next buttons answer a series of questions on how you want the radio to operate. The ESTeem network software actually provides an alternate method where it's much simpler, to where it's actually done all visually. Each one of the radios within the network is actually shown on the screen, and to create a link between those radios is just as simple as dragging and dropping lines between each radio in the system. We can even create a mesh network between the radios by putting in an alternate pathway, and then we can also set the priority on any of those given paths. The radios are actually grouped together under what we call a global variable. And the global variables are just as simple as the SSID, which is nothing more than the network name, the bandwidth that the radio is operating, and the channel of operation. This particular layout is for a Horizon 900 MHz radio. It'll be a little bit different depending upon the radio that you will be programming. Beyond just the advantages that the software provides us in ease of programming, there are some key features that allow us to simplify some of the major updates that we would need to do to the radio, such as a firmware update. A firmware update can be done to an individual radio by selecting the radio, doing a right mouse click, and selecting firmware update. Or you also have the ability to select multiple radios within the network, and you can actually update all the radios at the same time. There are key elements where we can go in and actually program an individual link, which allows us to set everything from the path length all the way to the security for that particular link. And you can have the ability to set some of the key advanced features within that. Much in the same way that you can do within a web interface, an individual radio can be programmed in a step-by-step format by selecting the mode of operation, selecting the radio ID, distance, everything that you would traditionally do when programming it through the web interface. All of those features are available within the software also. This concludes our brief overview of the ESTeem Network Suite software. We'll continue with part 3 with more details on specifics of how to complete the programming, how to lay out a network, how to start the actual operation of the software. Part 4 of the series will cover some of the features that make this a very unique system. We hope to see you then.